smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And the Bears first down.
Foles. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago. This is a counter play, Eckler, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Off play action. Mays. Throw left side complete. It's Kramer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down, Chicago.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake. Mays. This will be caught inside the 10.
Mays pass.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's a gain of 7.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down.
At the 9-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
The kick is good.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Jets, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Brought down right.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch twist.
On the ground, this is Kamara. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. This is taken at the 15. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. From the gun, Mays. Pressure comes, and down he goes. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a 1st down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
On the return, Johnson. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Mike, check, 59.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
2 yards the loss. 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Now a toss. Running left. Eckler. And he's going to be met at about the 43. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
First down.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. This offense hoping to change that right here. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bears 14, Jets nothing. Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Intercepted.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Mays. Open man completes it to Butler. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As the Bears push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
46-yard
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On play action, they'll throw. He'll air this one out. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rashawn Perriman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Off play action. Mays. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kramer. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
To number 86.
A big play there.
Chicago.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Open man is Denzel Mims.
The pass.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 39. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot before break. Mays. Throw left side complete. It's Kramer. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line, and the Bears will get the football back. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that'll give them a first.
Chicago.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Looking to throw. Mays. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Lining up for the extra point.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mays. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Mays. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Johnson on the return.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
A gain of 9 brings up
2nd and 1.
At the 35-yard line.
It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
38-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 59's mark. 59's mark. Check, check. 59. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 41-yard line.
Stay with your man. Check. Check out route. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Pull together. Right 56. Right 56.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Wide receiver.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
I got him. 56. Mike. 56.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back. Obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, Derek?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mays. And that will be incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense, because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
He almost outkicked the coverage. A 57-yard punt, 15 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Tate. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Second and 8 coming from the 19.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and
now Kamara.
19-yard line.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
On the carry.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ito Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout.
First down.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Second and 4 at the 22-yard line.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Good for a Jets. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now back to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 63 yards. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get 1 piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
They'll turn to Kamara. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Keeps the score, Bears 35, Jets 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Today's final score, Bears 30.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Bears, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.